it's way more expensive, like from an energy and time perspective, it is significantly higher cost than when we set a goal for launch and we had a very clear vision of what that was going to be. And I think when we all went home, everyone still kind of had their assignment, there was still a lot of decision making that had to happen, but we kind of knew what we wanted the game to look like on launch day. And so it was all about that. Now it's, we have two different goals right now. We have the goal of all the work we already knew we wanted to do, and then all the work that players are asking for. And those are two different buckets of work. And we have to prioritize those two buckets against each other right now, every single day. And we have to make those prioritizations every single day. And we have to do it remotely. And, the example that I give people is like, we'll be in a meeting at work when we're in the office, we'll be in a meeting room. And then at the end of the meeting, maybe something's unresolved, but then we'll just walk to the next meeting together and resolve it in that 5 minutes in between two meetings, Now everybody's camera shut off and you're in the next meeting. And so now if something's unresolved, you have to now make intentional time to resolve it. And even though each one of those things is small, if you think about how many decisions have to get made, it adds up to something that by the end of the day, I'm drained by the end of the day. Like I'm exhausted. And I think we all feel that. And we have more decisions to make now than we had before we launched the game. So it's a significant tax.
So I think the anti-cheat team, one of our core pillars that we started with was like, what are the things that frustrate us most when playing competitive games in this space? And I think from the outset, cheating was one of them more than anything else. And cheating is very prevalent in a lot of competitive games across the world, to be fair. What we wanted to do is build a solution that would let us have a lot of control in terms of being able to attack problems that occur along the way. And so our central anti-cheat team, which services a lot of different games inside of Riot, really wanted to push this idea of a tool that we could utilize, and that became Vanguard. And from there, it has allowed us to take different approaches that previously would have been hard to take if we had sourced a third-party anti-cheat solution or anything of the sort, And of course, in developing it, it also created a lot of problems that we had to solve along the way as well. But the course of solving those problems has taught us a lot about how we can push a solution like Vanguard forward and how it can give us unique advantages in terms of being able to tackle cheats that occur in live scenarios. And so that's sort of what the impetus was. And honestly, it wasn't smooth, but it really helped us to actually mature it. And anything that we sort of encounter from here on out is only going to further help us mature that solution to make it even stronger in terms of tackling all the cheats that could occur out there. What I think a lot of people aren't seeing is the preventative efforts that are occurring because they're kind of hidden. So for example, some cheats that occur are identified before a person even boots the game up, and those cheaters are banned almost immediately and they get removed from the game. So a lot of the I'm not seeing cheaters getting banned is actually a result of them getting banned before you even see that happening, because we see the cheat running through the executable of our game. And I think what the cheats that do get through, we identify and then tackle, sometimes silently behind the scenes as well, so you don't see that occur again. And I think because a lot of this is kind of an ongoing battle forever, every once in a while you will see something new that occurs, but our goal is to remove it before it ever becomes a big enough thing for it to affect player bases. Yeah.